of all, thank you very much for inviting. Thanks to Atul. And it just feels great, it's one of those events where there is no politics, there is no serious talk, but it's fun, and everyone is here for a common cause, that is our love for cricket. One of the things that, as a journalist, we keep on saying that every time you go for an event, you learn something. And today's one of the things that I'll take back home today was when I saw the awards. The first award was given for the best umpire in the league. Just the way on the cricket field we have the umpires come first and then the players, you had the award for an umpire. And for last 2 years, I've been playing in the local league in DC. And the one thing that I kept on avoiding for last 2 years was being an umpire, doing the umpiring job. So every time I was called to be an umpire, I used to make up some reason and say that, oh, aaj nahi jamega, aaj nahi hoga, next time karunga. So next time when I go, and next year I'll definitely make it a point to be an umpire. So this was a very good experience for me, that to see an umpire was given an award. As far as the documentary and my association with cricket is concerned, in 2004, after I covered the Republican election in New York, someone told me that there is this league in New Jersey and you got to check it out. And I was aware of cricket. I had covered many events like in Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. Pakistani and Indian kids used to watch the World Cup together. It was a very nice event where people came together and watched the games. Indians and Pakistanis, we covered that and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't know that there was a professional league. So someone told me, I came to this, I think it was Trenton, where there was a T20 league. And at that time, there was no talk of T20 league. That was my first experience of a T20 league. Colorful clothes, white balls on a baseball ground, and people playing cricket. And I was just fascinated to know that there was cricket. I knew that there was cricket in bits and pieces or different states with different leagues, but a professional league, I saw it for the first time. I don't know what happened to that league. Maybe it was ahead of its times, and today we have a very good cricket league in India, which is based on a similar model. But coming back to my documentary, I usually cover politics and sometimes Hollywood, Bollywood, or culture and stuff like that. But mostly it's international politics. It's a bit of a boring subject. But my first visit to the Microsoft in Seattle, the Microsoft company, the media guy invited me to show me what they do in terms of encouraging sort of extracurricular activities. And one of the activities was the league that they had there, where Microsoft was playing its players some amount of money to, encourage cricket. And they used to show cricket games in the company itself, whenever India played Pakistan or during the World Cup and stuff. So I started to learn more and more about cricket in the US. I traveled to California and just looked at some of the leagues there. Then I went to the stadium in Florida. But one of the interesting things that happened was someone told me about this guy in Wisconsin, an American guy who learnt about cricket when he was studying in England and wrote a book on the history of cricket in America. And after meeting that guy, I came to know that cricket was not only played everywhere in the US about 200 years ago, but there is a cricket library near Philadelphia, and very few people know about it. It's called the J.J. Morris Library. It's in one of the small colleges near Philadelphia. There is a cricket avenue. You saw the last shot. That was a shot of the cricket avenue, which is also closer to Philadelphia. And Philadelphia was sort of an epicenter of cricket in this country about 200 years ago. Then when we visited the White House, there used to be a picture. I don't know whether it is still there or not, but cricket was also played in the lawns of White House about 220 years ago. So I think even an average American wasn't aware of these things, or will not be aware of these things. So as a cricket lover, I decided just to travel to all these places on my own and started filming. And the documentary came along. But came across many individual stories. And through those individual stories, I tried to tell the story of cricket. I tried to explain the rules, But it was more of an individual effort. I didn't take any help from any organization or even my own organization. I just did it on my leisure time and with my passion. But it was really great to know that there are more than 200,000 cricket players in this country. They are extremely passionate. People just continue. I don't know how. Thanks to their families. I think families deserve a lot, because men can be real to play cricket if there is no support from the family members. So that's one of the, I think you really deserve it. So besides, cricket is yet to become a career path in this country. If you look at other sports, say basketball or football or baseball, obviously baseball is sort of a national sport in that sense. So there is no future for cricket, and we as Indians or South Asians, we are really passionate about it. It's a part of our culture in a way that just like our festivals, I think it's our duty to let our next generation know about cricket and make sure that they play cricket. One of the key things that I came across was you can look at a person and say, or you can say that, oh, this guy can be a great football player, he has a physique. Or this guy is 6 feet 5 inches, he can play basketball. But you cannot really look at someone and imagine whether he can be a good cricket player or not. And that's the beauty of game, because you don't need a typical or a particular body type to be a good player. I mean, you can be 5 feet, you can be skinny, you can be little chubby, and you can still be a very good cricket player. And there is no contact. So that's the beauty of the game. And I think the next generation needs to know more about it. There are some great minds, great minds and people who are really working out of, in terms of, they're really working out of their passion. People like Atul, who has put up not just a nice event, but this club is a model club for almost every other club in the US. There is Venu, who does great job with Dream Cricket. So I think these people need to get on to the national level and do something in terms of the US or the cricket in US in general, because I think that is, the organization is something that is missing. When you look at smaller countries from Eastern Europe that produce really great hockey players, they don't have their own leagues, but those players come here, they make not only big money, but they get recognized, and their countries get recognized. I wish in next 5 or 7 years, we'll see some young Americans or some young Indian Americans playing the T20 league in India. And that would be wonderful, because there is huge scope for cricket in this country. And we want to get over this hurdle of being called as the biggest follower of cricket after India, or, oh, these guys, they have regular jobs, but, they make it a point to go outside every weekend and, follow their passion for cricket and play. But we want to get above this hurdle and say that US can also produce great cricketers, just like India or any other country. So the time is now. We can all start working together. If you just look at the enthusiasm, this is by far the first cricketing event that I have attended in terms of a very well organization or very well organized. So I think that the next step, maybe next 5 years or so, our goal should be to encourage cricket in terms of a competitive level, get the money and get the sponsorships, and make sure that our next generation not only plays the cricket as passion or as a hobby, but plays it professionally. Thank you very much.